These are 5 cool, weird, quirky knives that you're definitely going to enjoy. Probably going to want to add to your collection. Some are really good EDC knives. Other ones maybe not so much. Definitely collector items and cool, quirky stuff. I'll have all of these linked down below if you guys want to check them out. Prices, availability, and variants. Check the links in the description and pinned comments. These are in no particular order, and we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Starting us off here with, bam, this thing, right? I want you guys to take a good look at this knife. Is this something epic or what? The name on this thing is the Crescent Edge Eternal Crusader, right? And I think that's such a fitting name because this thing looks like it belongs in some sort of medieval time or something like that. This thing is insane. So we got a sort of dagger looking blade with some interesting recurve right here in this section, which is a hollow ground. We have a flat grind right here towards the front. It is sharp on one side with a pokey tip right there. So also we have the beautiful titanium handles here, which are in sort of the sort of a stress finish to it, right? With the beautiful gold carbon fiber right there, looking very, very nice. It is a very interesting knife, to say the least, right? I just got this unboxed like yesterday, and I'm still kind of processing. My brain is still wrapping its mind around this knife and how cool this thing is. It is a frame lock. We do have good access right to that lock bar, very drop shotty. So the action is really, really nice. I mean, it's really actually, believe it or not, very, very fidgety for the kind of knife that it is. So I also got some good ergos and things like that. And I mean, I did a cutting test with this thing, and this thing is sharp. It is absolutely not a gas station knife in any way, shape, or form. This thing cuts really, really well. It definitely performs. And it's got to be the coolest knife, or one of the coolest knives you can add to your knife collection. This is certainly unique in so many ways, from so many angles. And I mean, just looking at that blade, that is a gorgeous looking blade, especially with that sort of hole or fuller right there. Yeah, maybe hole all throughout the inside right there. The symmetry on here is through the roof, which I absolutely love. Very clean design with no labels, right? The only logo you have is this one right here, but that's about it. Nothing else. Yeah, this thing is absolutely epic. Absolutely, absolutely epic. If you know anything about the Sharp by Design Arch Nemesis, you know how pricey that one can be and how obviously scarce it is, right? This one is very, very interesting proposition, and while it's not the exact same thing, right, it's definitely unique and cool in its own way. So I definitely love it for that. I didn't expect the action to be so nice, and I also didn't expect the execution to also be so nice. I mean, this thing is absolutely gorgeous and epic, and I think the price on these is somewhere around the $385 range or so, which, you know, it kind of makes sense when you think about it, right? Materials, not just the materials, but also the machining, the attention to detail, dual ground, you know, bell satin finish, all of the little pieces and whatnot. I mean, yeah, definitely it's up there. When you compare it to like an Arch Nemesis, which is in the thousands, right? This definitely looks a very good value proposition, but again, not for everybody. It will be for specific folks who want to add a little bit of an extra spice to their knife collection. Now, you definitely want to stick around because the last one, we're going to come full circle, and you're definitely going to want to see that last one here. So moving on to the next one. Bam, we have the Sharp by Design. Speaking of Sharp by Design, we have a model here. This is the Derecho, or righty, or right in Spanish. So Derecho from Brian Nadeau, aka Sharp by Design, and this thing has what I can only describe as a savage geometry here. So it's got that recurve right on the edge, so that is really, really sharp right there. It has a very pokey tip as well. It is a what it feels like a hollow ground. Feels like a hollow ground, and I just got this thing unboxed recently as well, so I'm just kind of breaking it in. This thing is so cool. So that recurve blade is going to help you trap material, right, going more and more into the cut and whatnot, which is very, very good. And it actually cuts so well, right? The cutting test, a very scientific cutting test that we do in this channel with this knife, and this thing absolutely performed, right? It is definitely really, really cool. It is a frame lock or bolster lock on ball bearings, so good action there. We got a flipper deployment, right? So we can flip, right, like that, which again, it's not jimped, and I did mention that on the unboxing, so you know, a little bit of jimping there would have helped, but I guess maybe this is Brian Nadeau's way of doing flippers. You can definitely use the fuller, and that's my favorite. Reverse flick off of the fuller there, or thumb deploy off of the fuller. That was a little crappy one. There we go. Let's get a satisfying one. Black titanium on this one. This is a black on black. There's different variants, of course. We got the weave carbon fiber going on. And I'm not sure if you guys can hear the lawnmower people outside, because they were like, oh, Miguel's gonna record a video? Okay, it's time for us to go ham out there. So anyways, lame jokes aside, yeah, the construction here is pretty nice. All rounded edges all throughout. Very good in the ergos department, in case I haven't already mentioned that. So it feels really nice. Good jimping here on the blade. So it is a cool blade, right? It is also a very functional blade. This thing actually delivers. It cuts, obviously for utility cuts and draw cuts. This thing is going to do outstanding. You can do a little pinch grip as well if you want. Get a little more X-Acto knife style cuts if you want. It's going to pierce also through materials very well. And overall, I mean, this thing's got some reach. That is a long blade right there. That is something. So action is great. This thing is pretty cool, pretty savage. Definitely checks the boxes there for the cool factor, but also a very usable EDC knife. So I can see myself carrying this and actually using it a ton. This thing is epic. Moving on to the next knife on the list. Bam, this knife right here. This has got to be my favorite giant mouse knife by far. So far, from all the models I've checked out from them, this one here by far is the coolest and the nicest one. Of course, this one has the finish on the titanium here. We're talking about the giant mouse Ace Rio in the titanium, and they do a really good job with their tie, right? That beautiful diamond pattern right there is not as accentuated as some other diamond patterns I've seen, so it's a little bit more polished, but definitely feels good. And it does give you good grip, so that's looking beautiful. It is a crossbar lock with a reversible wire clip, deep carry on both sides. And then you got the blade, which is on Magna Cut. This is a beautiful blade right here with the sort of belt satin finish. Almost, I call this a medium borderline belt satin finish because I can't really tell if it's one or the other. It really looks that good. Magna Cut steel, which is everyone's favorite steel these days. Really gotta love that. And the action is really, really nice. You got the opening hole there, right? Good access for that lock bar, by the way, so we can get at it very easily. Deploys nicely, right? The reverse flick for days. Yeah, definitely very well tuned here. Maybe for the reverse flick, I would have liked the detent to be a hair stronger, but again, that's just personal preference. This thing cuts really, really good. We got that pokey tip there on a drop point blade with a flat grind. Yeah, it's just a very elegant knife all throughout, very classy, very elegant looking. Give you guys a closer look there set on the table. Again, I've checked out a ton. Again, I've checked out a ton of different giant mouse knives. This one by far takes the cake. It is absolutely my favorite, and it's just really, really cool. I could see this one being in my collection and really spicing things up. Right now, it is a loaner, so I'm borrowing this one from the Lefty EDC Knife Pass Around. Shout out to Kevin, and shout out to Giant Mouse for sending it out for us smaller channels to be able to take a look. But really love this thing. You don't be surprised if I add this to my collection sometime in the very near future. Moving on to the next one. Again, you're gonna want to see this last one, but before we get to the last one here, we have, bam, this is the Ferramonster Glideman. And I know what you're thinking about at first. You're like, wait a second, Miguel, you are featuring a knife that has such a interesting or weird looking geometry, plain tie on the handles. Let me tell you something. Listen, this knife is absolutely hand melting, and I can see me using this for EDC like crazy. I've only been carrying it here for a couple of days. As a matter of fact, you can tell I've been using it. There's a little bit of gunk there from some sort of package I opened recently. But anyways, this thing is really nice for EDC. So a couple of things going on here, right? The ergos are really, really nice and comfortable with the nice and chamfered titanium, right? You could do the hammer grip or forward choke. That's where I'm at, most of the time. Very nice finger choil there. Also, this curved section on the blade is perfect for resting your thumb. That works really nice. You know me, I love me a good Warncliffe sheep's foot blade any day of the week. So these things are great for utility cuts and draw cuts, right? Pinch grip here to open up packages. I use that a ton. And the deployments here are really, really good. So good wall-tune detent. Reverse flick is money, right? Good access to that lock bar, by the way. Thumb deployment is nice. Flipper there with jimping works really good. So you got at least 3 deployment options. Nice drop shotty action right there. Yeah, it's just a no frills, straightforward design here. Great for EDC. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the whole Spyderco adventure or journey that we all go through, right? When you first look at a Spyderco, you're like, there's no way that dead bird looking knife is going to be something I like. And then you get your first Spyderco and your second and your third and your fifth and your 10th Spyderco, and you're like, okay, well, listen, I get it. I'm in the Spyderco fever now, and I get what their knives are all about. So same deal here, right? At first, it might strike you as a quirky looking design, and you're like, wait a second, I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of that geometry on the blade or whatever the case may be. But I'm here to tell you this thing works, man. This thing is perfect for, again, EDC use. Like, actually, if you want to make this your workhorse, go for it. Flat grind on that M390 blade. Again, great action. Loving the finish on the titanium. This is Ferramonster. They have 3 other models, the Aurora Race and the Urban Grip, and I think I have a 10% discount for their knife. So if you like what you see and you want to pick one up, check the links in the description and pinned comments. Miguel EDC gets you 10% off. So yeah, definitely check this one out. This is a user right here, and I can see it being in my collection. Again, this one is a borrow one, but it is certainly on my bucket list here to pick up in the very near future. So Glideman from Ferramonster. Moving on to the very last one here, and I told you guys you would come for a circle. Bam! What is this? What are we even looking at here, ladies and gentlemen? This is called the Crescent Edge. So same company as the first knife that we looked at. We'll kind of put them all side by side here in a second. This was called the Spade Lightning Executioner, right? So that's a crazy name right there. Spade Lightning Executioner. So not only does it have an epic name, it also have an epic design. So I think we should probably break it down a little bit because there's definitely a lot to take in at first. We do have the stressed titanium on this one, with the beautiful carbon fiber inlays, gold accents on that carbon fiber. And this is interesting. You know something is interesting here when you see most of the design is rectangular with this crazy thing here in the back end. Also with the carbon fiber, obviously that's covering the blade. Right, we have a pretty almost deep pocket carry clip right there, which cannot be reversed. But for a design like this, you kind of almost don't need it to be reversible. It has a front flipper and captive pivot there with the half moon. I mean, it's just the more you look at it, the more you're like, man, this is an interesting design. So front flipper, it's a no-brainer. Actually works. It's very well tuned. Money every single time. It is again a frame lock, so easy to move the frame, the lock bar out of the way there, and close the knife. So that's also very well tuned. And then we get to the blade. I mean, this blade is something. I was talking about this with the unboxing. Like, get the blade police out here. What are we even calling this thing, right? What geometry are we calling this thing? So it looks like we have a flat grind, right? Future me double check, and it's only sharp on this side and in the front. And in case you're wondering, yes, it actually cuts really good in the front. Check out the unboxing video if you want to see this thing in action, cutting really nicely. This thing is super sharp. Both of these actually have Magna Cut, by the way. I meant to say that earlier. And get this, the HRC is 62 to 64, so that is insane HRC right there, right? Definitely very well done. And I mean, come on, talk about a conversation starter, a piece that's going to spice up your collection for sure. Now, I'm not going to sit here and try to tell you this is the best EDC knife out there. Probably not. Especially, I mean, you got this tip nice and down low, so you can still do pretty amazing draw cuts and utility cuts. You know, maybe tabletop cutting, not so much. You don't have a belly, at least not in the orientation you want it. But this little recurve area here does trap material, so that can definitely help you with the cut there. This front section, I'm not sure if maybe for scraping or what the case may be. Still haven't found a use case, but again, you know, this is more of a collector's item right here, right? Definitely something unique. There's obviously tons of people. If you're sitting there thinking like, who in the world in the right mind is going to buy a knife like that? Listen, I'm here to tell you a lot of people. A lot of people have already gone through their fair share of utilitarian knives that do everything you need to do on a daily basis, and they're just looking for the quirky, unique stuff. So yeah, this one is really epic. The more I look at it, the more I'm like, what in the world is even this thing? So I'm still, you know, kind of processing, right? This whole blade geometry is kind of weird and obviously bizarre and cool and quirky. That's what these videos are all about. A little bit of everything, right? These are cool knives and all kinds of aspects, right? Could be, you know, they make really good EDC knives. Also, they could be a very interesting design that we haven't seen before. That is kind of what I want to highlight, right? A little bit of kind of what I'm checking out at the time. And of course, you can find the unboxing videos for all these to dive in more detail. So that was the Crescent Edge Spade Lightning Executioner. We looked at the Ferramonster Glideman right there, really great for EDC. One of my favorite giant mouse knives of all time is the Ace Rio in titanium. Man, that looks so, it's like such an elegant knife right there. We got the Derecho from Sharp by Design. That thing is epic, and I really love that. Really dig that blade geometry right there. And also from Crescent Edge, the Eternal Crusader, right? This thing is just as wild. So if I had to pick one between the Eternal Crusader and the Spade Lightning Executioner, I'll probably go with this guy. That would be my first choice. But hey, he's got to have a friend, so I'll probably, you know, get this guy too to kind of have, you know, the two pieces from the same brand in my collection. But I gotta tell you, man, these three right here in the middle, money for EDC. Definitely dig them, and they are done well. These are well done, nice. Of course, I'll have links for all of these down below, guys, description and pinned comments, so check that out. Got some discounts for some of them, like the Ferramonster, 10% off, code Miguel EDC. Let me know which one is your favorite, which one stood out to you the most, right? Which one, you know, could you possibly consider in adding to your collection in the near future, or which one did you like the most, which one did you dislike the most, right? Or whatever the case may be. Definitely would love to hear your thoughts on these down in the comments. Let's hang out down there, guys. Smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It really helps me make more videos like these and gets this video pushed to a larger audience. Subscribe to the channel if you like what you see. I promise you, you'll be worth coming back for more. Huge shout out to an anonymous channel member who actually sent me the 2 Crescent Edge models along with the Derecho from Sharp by Design. Shout out to Lefty EDC, right, for borrowing these other 2, Giant Mouse and Ferramonster. And thank you to my Patreon supporters and channel members for supporting what I do here. You guys are awesome. Guys, if you made it to the end, thank you so much for your love and support. You guys are the best. Take care. And check out this video to the left that I recommend for another 5 cool knives, or this video to the right that YouTube recommends. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Either this one or this one. Peace.